Hello, potato. It's time for a coffee break, but I'm at work. I don't have my Nespresso available. I don't want to use the office Keurig dispenser because it hasn't been cleaned since somebody donated it used to begin with when they got a more current version, and my employer just does not supply us with coffee or indeed anything besides basic office supplies. But I need a cup of coffee. I don't want to walk across the street to Starbucks. What am I going to do? Thankfully, Starbucks has my back because I'm not trying to form a union with them. And that is with this. Starbucks medium roast premium instant coffee, smooth and balanced. This little teeny tiny tin makes 40 cups of instant Starbucks coffee, medium roast, premium instant. There's words. Oh my goodness, there's words. Let's read the words. Created by Starbucks coffee experts using the same high-quality 100% Arabica beans we brew in our cafes, our Starbucks medium roast is perfectly balanced Latin American coffee with creamy notes of milk chocolate and nuts. Ethically sourced, we carefully roast the beans, capturing the exceptional aroma and premium taste so you can enjoy a delicious Starbucks coffee at home. Well, if I'm at home, I would just brew coffee. But so it's slightly on the blonde side of medium. Ingredients: instant coffee, microground coffee. Well, that's helpful. So you can customize your cup. You can have a 6-ounce cup or an 8-ounce cup. Wow, the options. Well, I will go with the full 8-ounce because it's easier to measure 2 teaspoons than it is to make 1.5 because I get 2 different measuring spoons for that. But the ingredients seem pretty straightforward. Add instant coffee, pour hot water, stir, and enjoy. So, I have the kettle on. Let me go and grab some hot water, and we'll make ourselves a cup of coffee. So here we have a cup. Here we have 8 ounces of water that was 200 degrees when I walked away from the kettle with it, but is now rapidly dropping. So we should probably hurry. We open up our can, we have a little pull lid with a pull ring. Pull that off. Well, it's definitely a finer like powder than I'm used to seeing with instant coffees. Usually it's like big chunky bits, almost like the size of grape nuts. This is actually almost more like a hot chocolate kind of consistency. Smells like coffee. I don't know what else I would have expected. Also looks kind of like almost like a little tiny paint can. Like when you're done with this, you could peel the label off and relabel it as a little tiny paint can. Yeah, smells like coffee. So let's, what was it, 2 teaspoons? 2 teaspoons, yes. All right. So let's add 2 teaspoons of coffee. I'm going to, normally, if I'm making this for myself, I wouldn't level it off, but we want to follow the instructions for the first time, and then we can muck about with it later on. All right, there's 2 teaspoons of Starbucks medium roast premium instant coffee in our glass. Let's add in the water, give it a stir, and see if this tastes any better than any other instant coffee that I've ever tried before, which is to say that's a pretty low bar. Instant coffees, not historically great. Now, in reality, if I were having this for myself, I would probably add some sweetener and lightener to this. But again, we're trying to see how this is on its own, not how it is when you've tried to go to lengths to cover up the flavor of the coffee. It's not as clear. Normally when you brew coffee, you can't see through it because it's so dark, but this looks cloudier. This doesn't look as clear and clean as a normal cup of coffee does. I don't know if it's maybe the water is at a different temperature because I used the 200 degrees Fahrenheit. But this, the smell of it smells like pretty much every other instant coffee I've ever tried. And like the UCC is what I usually go for if I get instant, but we've gotten stuff from Costco before too. And it's fine, but, in a world where an espresso exists in my kitchen, there's not a whole lot of use for it anymore. But Also, World War Keurig exists. But again, this, for like at work, and that is where I've usually made the UCC stuff, is at work, where I don't want to go across to Starbucks, and there really isn't another option in the office. I mean, the thing about the old Keurig, that's real, and that's scary. Actually, I think it's gone now. I think the person who donated it left, or someone threw it out, or I don't know. I don't think it's there anymore. Anyways, I'm like wasting time here when I should be drinking coffee. Let's give it a try. Yeah, that's instant coffee. It's not awful. It's very bitter. Definitely does need a little sweetener, a little lightener. But yeah, to me it kind of tastes like every instant coffee I've ever tried, which isn't a bad thing. It's also not a good thing. It's not anything that sets itself apart from other probably much less expensive options than the Starbucks medium roast here. And I guess in some parts of the world, I guess like in the UK, where I guess tea is a bigger deal, they don't do coffee the way we do. They don't like just have coffee makers. I guess they my understanding, and limited understanding, mind you, is that a lot more of the instant stuff goes on in Europe than the drip brewed stuff, which surprises me because I associate a lot of coffee with, well, I suppose mostly Italy and France, but I've never tried Greek coffee. I can do that sometime. That would be a video. My understanding is that stuff is horrible. I've seen it served with like an espresso cup size with like a liter of water. But I'm rambling now. That's not what this video is about. This video is about Starbucks Instant Medium Roast Premium Instant Coffee. And yeah, it's instant coffee. There's absolutely no reason to spend extra on this, although the tin's quite nice. There's no reason to spend extra on this when you could buy a jar with Juan Valdez on the front of it for probably 2 or 3 times the size at the same price. But it'll do in a pinch. It'll get you through the day. It'll get you through the rest of the afternoon if you can't or don't want to go and get a proper cup of coffee. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's not a game changer in the world of instant coffee. It is instant coffee. Well, on that, I will say that I hope you found this all interesting or entertaining. If you did, go ahead and give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.